Before you can publish, you need to have your manuscript ready. If you've written your story already, that's great. If not, let me show you how to format your manuscript correctly. There are two popular tools for writing: Microsoft Word and Canva. Let's start with Word. You want to make sure that your manuscript is properly formatted with standard settings. Use a font like Times New Roman or Arial, 12-point size, and double space your lines. Always include a title page with the book's title, your author name, and your copyright information. For those working on a children's book or a book with heavy design elements, you might prefer Canva. Canva offers easy-to-use templates for creating visually appealing books. You can write your text, add illustrations, and lay out your pages with simple drag-and-drop tools. Once your manuscript is ready and formatted, you can save it as a doc, docx, or PDF file. Keep this file safe because this is what you'll upload to Amazon KDP. Here is a video from our instructor on how to go about it.
Alright, welcome to this video on how to create your manuscripts to be uploaded to the KDP platform, that is the Amazon platform to publish your first book. Now, I have two instances of Microsoft Word opened on my screen. The one on the left is an already existing manuscript which I created for my book I published some times ago. It's titled A Visit to Grammar in the Village. On my right hand side is just a blank Microsoft Word. So again, you can use Microsoft Word or Canva to create your manuscripts, but we'll be starting with Microsoft Word. Now, we'll start by preparing our Word documents so that it will be suitable to type in our manuscript. I'll start by showing you the page setup on how to go about it. So again, you have two book type that you can publish on Amazon, or three precisely. We have the Kindle edition, which the edition or the version you can read on electronic gadgets, be it your laptop, tablets, or your iPhone or phones. Then the other one is the paperback, which is the hard copy that is always handy with you. You can put in your bag and read. Then another type of hard copy is the hardcover part. So now for the Kindle edition, you can use your manuscript or format your manuscript in .doc, which is or .pdf, but .doc is the recommended type, and which is the one we use Microsoft for precisely. But for the hard or the paperback, which is the hard copy, you can download your Microsoft Word into PDF, and that is where Canva comes in handy. You can download it into PDF formats from Canva as well. So let's start with Microsoft Word, which is one of the applications we'll be using. So let's do the page setup. So for Kindle content or manuscripts, our page setup will usually be a B5 type so that it will be suitable for your tablet as well. But there is no fixed recommendation. So you can see that there's a bit smaller on the right hand side. So let's go to File. So let's use this blank one. You go to File and you look for Page Setup. And from here, you can choose Portrait or Landscape. But the paper size, you can see, is A4. So I prefer you go for this JIS B5, okay? And that is closer to a tablet type or size. So portrait and not landscape. So I'll say okay. So if we check this page setup, you'll see that that's what I use. So that is closer to that Kindle part. However, if you're trying to create it on a hard copy, you need to go back to File, and for your novel, it's usually 5 by 7 inches. Let's go to File and see. So page size, you can manage custom sizes. So look by 5 by 7 inches are equivalent of that, and put it in manage. You can see width. All right. You type in your customized size for 5 by 7 novel size. But if it's a children book, it's usually 8 by 11. Okay. So you have to look for the equivalent in millimeter and put your custom size in there. All right, cool. So let's just put this in and assume we are creating this for your Kindle version. So we're going to use the size of B5, which I've customized it into. So now one of it is the page setup. Another thing we'll be looking at is the page border. You can see I have this border and it's a round design, so make it colorful and more friendly, which is not compulsory. And we also have the page color. So you go to design and you can choose the page color or border you want to. So you can see to the extreme end here. I will decide to use this as possibly green, and I'll use my page borders. You can see page borders in here, and you can decide to choose your color. Okay, style of your border, how thick do you want it to be, and you can decide to choose a color, and there we go. All right, it's not totally displayed here, so you need to do some tweaking. And you can see I think it's automatic in here. Let's do that again. Art. Okay, we didn't choose. Okay, you can decide to choose any kind of heart or line. Let's choose this line. Okay, and applies to whole document. Okay, so let's see if there's a shadow. Yeah, I can decide to put a shadow. You can decide to say none. Yeah, or box. Cool. Shading. All right, let's just leave it as that border. You can see it's appeared, so you need to be precise in the shadow. All right, cool. So we have this on the right hand side. The next thing we'll be looking at to prepare our document to make it more presentable is to put in our page number, But before we do our page number, let's do our title page. You can get your title page from inserts. So although the one on the left hand side that I made previously doesn't have a title page is not really compulsory because you have a cover parts or a cover page that you'll be uploading. So you'll be, as you progress in the course, you'll be seeing how to create a cover art for that purpose. Now let's decide to put in our title page. So go to insert and look for title page. Let's see pages here, and title page is usually called cover page in Word. You can choose any style you want, but usually I'll prefer something that looks like a novel. All right, no, not necessarily official. Let's just go for this one, and you can say give it a title and say maybe a visit to the zoo. All right, so you can make a subtitle to be your name, maybe the writer's name. So okay, you can say by maybe anonymous for now. Anonymous. Cool. So you can just put that in front even after you have your cover art, but again, it's optional. So that's how to insert your cover page. You can decide to put other things, maybe people that joined you in the writing of that book. Now let's go to the next one. So we've put page colors, we've not put page number, and the reason why I delete page number is because your title page shouldn't have a page number. So let's go to page number now. Again, you go to insert and we should be able to see our page number somewhere under insert. Okay, I guess it's towards the end. All right, so let's go to head and footer. You can see page number in here. So you decide to you set the location. Do you want it on the right hand side? I will prefer center, and I'll come in here. Okay, I want it at the bottom, of course. And where do I want it to start? Don't show on the first place, or show number on the first page. So I won't take that, and I'll say okay. You can see started from 1 and left my title page. So that's why I delete page number. So page number is important, and the advantage you have over Canva is that you have this automatically included. So let's put in our table of content as we have in here. So to have a table of content, you have to go to references. Okay, but when we go to references, we should have for example, the first one, let's just try to put dedication, a page that has have a page that can be entered into it. So let's just put dedication in here, because that's the next element we'll be looking at. So dedication now will appear in our page number, because if we do not do that, we will not be able to reflect in our page number. So to put something in your page number, you have to make sure that it has that font for a header font. Okay, so let's go to layout and see. Okay, all right, this is orientation, so we can use font for this one. Okay, so make it a header type of font. So let's just be precise about it. So usually if you come into this place, you can see this title, header and stuff like that. But let's go to home. Let's come in here. You can see area. So I need to make this header. So possibly when I maximize this, you can see that I have normal, no spacing and stuff. That is it. So you have to make it a header thing. So let me minimize this and maximize this. All right, you can see, yeah, so it's hidden because it was smaller. So let's make this hidden one. So that's how our table of contents will be able to detect it. So let's cancel. All right, so let's minimize it. Now when we want to insert our table of contents, you go to references. Okay, come to this blank page and put in table of content and choose the style you want. All right, so let's decide to use just this one because I do not intend to have subtitle. You can see that automatically it had picked my dedication page without me notifying it and gave it a page number. So that's the advantage you have in Word documents. It automatically picks it. It's because I was able to put this in header format and it picked it in here. So if I decide to create another page and possibly put that as maybe chapter 1, okay, and I refuse to put it in heading, if I come in here to update my table of content, right click and say update field and say update entire table, say okay, it's not picking anything. Okay, so when I come in here and change this to header, I'll maximize this again and say heading 1. Okay, because it's going to go into my table of contents, I will need to update my table of contents again so that it picks it up. All right, you can see it flows in directly. So that's how you use your table of contents, and which is very important as well in your element. So we'll quickly go through it's important in your manuscript, so we'll quickly go through other contents in your manuscript. But before that, if you just want, you are precise with your word count, you have a plan to say, I want my word not to be more than this so thing, you need to go to 2. All right, so click on this one, come to tools, which is above the foremost menu at the top. This is the menu within Microsoft Word, but there's always a menu 2 at the top. Come in here and put word count. All right, so you can see you're on page 4, you have these words and you close, and that monitors your word count. Okay, and you won't be able to exceed a number of words. So you keep typing. Dedication comes in, so it's important to have dedication. Some people put introduction, but it's not compulsory. I didn't put that in my book, but make sure you have a chapter name and chapter title and you type it in there. Okay, if I say XXXXX now, chapter type 2, and come in here and see if it's going to update into my content table. Okay, so it's just number and page. So chapter title goes like that, and yeah, so except you choose another format in your table of content. Cool, so it keeps typing. So I'll go to the left hand side. Let's focus on that. You can see that my manuscript has, after my chapter title and my content, I'm putting some images in between just to make it add value to the manuscript. So you can actually put an image. I can decide to copy this image and post it in another image. So you can copy an image from its location and post. You can see what I just did in here. So it makes it very unique and beautiful. And that goes on to type in your content. So your content or your manuscripts, we have your content, we have dedication, we have introduction if you wish, and make sure it is well formatted and you can monitor the word counts. All right. So again, at the end, I have a book summary, but you can decide to create this book summary in a different file. Okay, so this is what goes at the back of your book, and you have it in there. So book summary is just like summarizing, telling us what the book entails, but it's not compulsory. It's inside your manuscript, but it's part of your manuscript, but it's not compulsory. It's in the same file. So that's all about it. And finally, you can decide to save your Word document. You can see this icon. All right, away from Microsoft Word, let's quickly look at Canva. So to open Canva, go to your web browser, type in www.canva.com, okay, into the web address Canva and .com and type in and press enter. So once that is opened, it's going to open the default page where you'll be able to open an account. But because I have an account on Canva already, it's opening my own page for me. So what you should be interested in is this menu on the left hand side. You will see home project template, but create a design is what we're looking for. So once you click that tab, it's going to open this window for you. So you'll be interested in custom size. Custom size allows you to set your own defined size for your book. So for children book, I'll put 8.5 because that's our case study, and I'll put 11. It's flagging this error because it's in pixel. So I'm going to switch over to inches and it's going to accept it again. So 8.5 by 11 is for children book most of the time. So I'll say create a design. It's going to open this blank page for me to begin my design creation. Again, you'll be interested in design, elements, text, uploads, projects, and photos. Okay, so I will show you how to use elements. You can decide to search for anything of your interest, and it's going to suggest different graphics for you. For example, children laughing. I'm typing it into that and I'll press enter. It's going to give me some graphics in there. Again, you can open a free account or a paid version. Paid version has a pro attached to it, and you can see this crown icon underneath each of the images. It signifies that you must have the paid version to be able to use these graphics. However, if you have free version, you will use all the ones without those tags. So I'll click on that. You can see children laughing and it goes into my image. Okay, so another interest of use within this element is frame. Frame helps you to define your pictures, make it more friendly. For example, let's decide to use this frame and we may decide to put an image in this frame. So you have several uploads. Go to upload, you can upload your images, customize images for your books, and let's use a zebra. Okay, and I drag it into this frame. You can see that's colored the images into that frame and giving it a unique style, and that's how you can maneuver it for your manuscript and your elements. So again, another element of interest is text. Click on text. You can see add a heading or add a subheading. Yeah, you can decide to put your heading to say a visit to the zoo. In this heading, delete it and type a visit to the zoo. So these are wonderful features you can play around with, and this creates your book title. For your text within the manuscript, you can use add subheading or you can use body text for your text. So you can decide to say this is where your contents begin. Maybe this will be chapter 1. and so on and so forth.